the Slark on top of somebody to do the damage. Yeah, I like what you're saying there, and I think that the big dynamic will be also, if it does go super duper late, I mean, we've already seen, you know, Tree, or rather, Nate's Prophet versus Lina so many different times, that it kind of might be some good hits in the Squirrel. Squirrel gone.
30 seconds to battle.
Ну тут забирай тебя, братан.
The opponent gets first blood. Really not good news for them. But I did like what they did there. You're gonna see the pistol. You see a train protect. They find the trains. They're protecting the tree. When you want to quelling blade it, but they protected it, and even better, they got a kill out of it on the mid laner. So fantastic start. It's exactly what Talon needs in this game. Yeah, Makoto already has a full bracer coming out to him now, so we'll have that really high base level of just damage, and Laurel gonna run into some issues on there, because, you know, he can both get stunned into denies in his face. You're gonna have a slight advantage in terms of his actual damage. A lot of good things from Makoto. We'll see how much he can take advantage of it, because this is a matchup where it feels like you can get more exposed. Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, we've seen this matchup once already, and I think it was 9 playing it, and 9 kind of skipped the stun build, went for the breathe fire, and I think that was a big mistake by him, whereas Makoto getting the stun, he's just going to secure every range creep and get denies by using the stun, and I think that's a big part of what makes this matchup great, is we just see there, like, he missed them, both CS missed them. Yeah, does not get the last hit either onto that creep that did end up going down, so will be an annoying one to deal with. Down bottom, you've got the tree protector facing off against the Hoodwink, and then of course Collapse spamming out those axes against 23savage playing on the Slark, which is another one of those heroes that definitely feels like it's been hit or miss. Yeah, for sure. I've never been a huge fan of the Slark, and I'm a little worried this game for it, just because it's not a hero that's particularly good versus Beastmaster in lane. Once the Helmet of Dominator does come online, Slark has no way of dealing with that, right? But they can play aggressive early, maybe get a kill or two on Collapse on the physical hero, but if they can't manage to bring Collapse down pretty early in the laning stage, it's going to get just harder from there. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to deal with this Beastmaster spamming out those axes, and of course eventually, like you're talking about, having that creep. He's already halfway towards the Helm of Iron Will, which is going to keep him that much more survivable, and yeah, just keeps on flanking with these boots on the Squirrel. So up top, LSA comes out, the sort of consistency with which we've seen Lina. You know, it's oftentimes actually not end up being this off lane NP facing off against it though. What do you think about this lane? How's it going to square up for you? This is, throughout the metas evolved, this is, I think, the go-to against Lina right now. People want to play this NP against Lina, because you do have, like, that base damage advantage. You're not going to get right clicks very much in the lane, because Lina's too busy dealing with, you know, the tree into the lane. However, you do have Makoshka on this Enchantress, which we have not seen a lot of in this tournament, but he's taking one of the treants away, and then sticking it on Jab, so kind of dealing with it in a way and giving him a better lane. Yeah, and it's something that they have very highly prioritized. TSpirit, seen a lot of it consistently picked up. So already out of the mid, you can see Makoto 10-6 versus the 8-2 of that Ember, and he is definitely being already pretty hampered by this, as another deny just right in his face, not even prioritizing the last hit to himself, wanting to shut out what Laurel's trying to do. Yeah, I mean, Laurel can't really deny a DK, and with this stun, they're just going to keep racking up those denies, and that is the point of the matchup. Like, they could have punished this Ember harder if they went with a Huskar or something, but the good news is when you take a DK, you're still going to win the lane, but you're also guaranteeing you have a stun in the game, right? It's just a very stable talent. Right. I just want to make sure he, as they're seeing more and more denies, yeah, but he wants to get more farm. I would like to see a Midas, honestly. I want to see something that allows his DK to transition into, like, mid-lane.
Now bottom, you can see spamming out that leech seed, healing back up, but the numbers keep on getting higher and higher for that DK. 17 and 11. He's got more denies than the Ember does last hits total. Denies or last hits. So he has been absolutely wrecking him here, as we've kind of seen. But in terms of levels, it's about a half level advantage. See if that makes a difference.
Yep. And as far as the other lanes are going, it's going to be another slow game, I think, just for the early game. But we do have Q, who is playing Tiny this time, so as opposed to the Earthshaker, which was a much slower hero, I do like him on this hero. It's going to be the same story as last game. Went for the tree grab, won't have that level 3. I think that's when he'll rotation. Probably another one of those games where we see something happen around that 6-minute rune, as both of these mid laners can use the rune to pressure.
Nice timing right there. Maposhka gets the D ward, and that opens up that camp, which is a troll camp. So we'll be able to save that one for later, most likely. Once he gets the levels up and Enchantment can take that one and start running towards towers.
Structures are fortified.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we're just chilling and waiting. It's that top lane. They actually might get Utoro here.
Yeah, the Rapid comes around. He doesn't have that many places left to go. Slow down. They do have another toss if they can get in range, but not quite there. That looks like he was going to have to give up his chase. So, Yaro gets out of harm's way. Doesn't have that much regen, though. Maposhka doesn't have to bring over some tangos.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he has no boots. He just double tango, should be fine. Going for that no boots build, or maybe he just brought out boots. Sorry, he has no boots. We often see no boots build on this lane and just Falcon Blade into Maelstrom, just farm it up. And we're seeing Laurel's like realizing how hard the lane is and trying to do some lane cutting here.
Yeah, has to run away. Still not level 3 yet for Q, but could go for a toss play. Tossing the photo on top of him if they want. And Jabs, he's there, catches this Ember Spirit who's trying to get away, but not level 6. The body blocks are insane. And Makoto cleans up with a little bit of help from his friends.
I mean, we talked about Laurel's game, how we're worried for it. Oh boy, it's not looking good for him at this point. He's the lowest net worth core in the game, almost getting surpassed by Hoodwink at this stage of the game. He's having a rough one, and guess what? Catapult's out. DK has ultimate available. The pressure is going to come towards his mid lane now.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the tools that he needs to try and defend against this. Maposhka's moving over to try and buy some extra time, but there are already DK form popped and a couple of treants nearby. They're going to bring in the Pine Cone, which does actually buy a little bit of space and some damage being spammed out by Laurel. Needs to get level 6 on that Ember, but he's still a ways away from it. It's going to pull the wave all the way over to the side, gets a DD rune bottle, and that might be enough to sort of salvage this a little bit. The DD rune should be helpful here. Immediately cuts the tree. Well done. Makoto, quick on the mark, and even going to clip the wave now. So they're trying to keep this catapult alive the whole way through, and it looks like they're going to be able to.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get some good damage, so next time they use DK form, it probably will go down. But more importantly, you're forcing both the support from Spirit to deal with this. As Ember, he's not going to be able to deal with this pressure. Not even level 6 yet, as you mentioned, so he just needs a bit more time, but he does have a DD, almost level 6, so there are some positive things for him in this game.
Yeah. I was thinking he was going to use it to try and go for a kill, but Q, now finding one, LSA is there, but immediately Yaro just TP's out, and he's going to be fine. A little bit of all chat afterwards with the voice lines. You'll love to see that. Feeling very confident still on TSpirit, in spite of how rough of a game Laurel was having.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good TP out, but at the same time here, they're going to get pressured now by this ND. He's going to hit the tower. They still have to deal with Makoto in the mid lane. He does have Dragon form in 15 seconds, so this timing from Talon is so much better than last game. Like, they have such an opportunity to make something happen here. Well, you know, Laurel is still going to catch up. Lina's just going to be hitting creeps. Beastmaster's going to be hitting creeps. I'd like to see him use it soon, as, I mean, I guess Pod is online, so Flash can participate soon as well.
Goes out and stop it. And now with the avalanche, the toss, that is a dead Mira.
Middle tower is under attack.
Tower soon to follow. Talon, not wanting to get knocked out without a fight here, are looking really significantly better in game number 2.
I mean, we may have not had building damage in game number 1, but we've got tons here in game number 2, so I expect all these towers to start falling down pretty soon.
And MP, as we did see, because jabs are moving around so much, has been a little bit lower on that network chart. But Yadro moving in, and a chase. Q looking for him, the toss. They just out of range, and Yadro, he's still hiding away, running his way through those trees, but eventually they're going to find him. Stun connects, Trey and surround, and oh, Yadro's dead again. Very solid performance. Actually, it was his first death, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the other one he TP'd out, he was kind of like, might as well be dead, because he had to just not hit any creeps for a very long time just to come back to die. So he didn't even have a TP scroll. He was gifted one by dying. So I don't know what his play is in this game anymore. I think he has to connect with his Beastmaster at some point, because they're going to lose top tower now. And this is going to be a very big snowball effect now for Talon, as they're going to 2 towers in a row. And from there, if they don't this bottom tower, I think they're going to continuously defend it. And if Beast can't get a foot in this game and start taking towers, this hero's going to fall off. So Talon are looking great right now.
Talon making the moves that they need to, and now they're even going to deny that bounty rune with the illusion. Very frustrating for Yadro, who just wanted to get some extra gold for himself. Yeah, the snowball that you would normally see from this Beast, it's just not happening for Collapse right now. And maybe he was thinking they could get something done with Babushka, who does have the Dark Troll Summoner. So this is one of those creeps that can definitely start putting the pressure on the towers if left alone for a couple seconds.
I want to see them defend this tier 1. There's nothing better to do on the map. NP ult is available in 3 seconds. They should be able to just mount a defense here, even if it is smoking your DK down. He's close to Dagger. They are making rotation, so it looks like they do want to defend it.
And Q right there. Avalanche finds him, Mira dead. The Wrath of Nature does so much damage, and Collapse, he's just got to hide away. No chance of Roar does anything. Talon, they very easily defend this tower.
It's like Talon woke up from game number 1 there. Like, I wanted to see him make moves, make something happen on the map. He's like, yeah, my bad, guys. Game 1 really showed up here in game number 2 as he's top net worth, has his Blink Dagger by 10 minutes with 2 bracers and a tread. I wouldn't even be sad if he doesn't even go Blink Dagger. I don't think he needs it, but if he does go for it, it makes the kickoff even more scary.
Yeah, he has had a hell of a performance. Like you said, top net worth in this game right now, and does have enough gold just about for it to be completed. See if he decides to bring it out or goes in for one of those scaling items. He's going to go Blink. So yeah, the kill potential here is going to be insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him either. He's playing with the NP, he's playing with the Slark. He doesn't necessarily have to carry this game. Spirit feel like they just have to go again. They're going to keep going down here. And I want to see Talon just continuously defend this. They're just in a position where every time this NP ult is up, I feel like Spirit can't fight. Laurel doesn't really bring much to the table right now.
Well, 15 seconds until Wrath of Nature is back up. They will TP out with 1. 23savage getting away, and it looks like they are not committed to defending it this time. So, hiding away, Ollie, still able to get the TP out, but they are going to give up that tower.
Yeah, I mean, they had to bring 4 heroes for it. It looks like they're smoking to kill Lina, which actually would be a really good trade if they can get this.
Photo looking jump stunned. They've got the Avatos after. Can they bring him down all the way? Couple more hits. Yes. Makoto, the hunter right now in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about how I wanted them to defend the tower, which would have been good too, but at least they got a trade out of it. They lost their tower, and they got the big carry for Spirit here, so good trade, good trade. I think overall right now, everything's going according to for Talon, and they're looking phenomenal right now in this game.
Everything that you could have wanted from so far. And then the question becomes for Spirit, what's their avenue back into this? Because they haven't seen any big yet. Haven't seen of the Ember together with Beast because of how much has been hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be an easy road back in, because normally when we see the big comebacks, it's on the back of like some big team fight, right? But what's our team fight for Team Spirit? They don't really have much, right? Bushwhack perhaps, they're really far with Lina, so they're gonna have to play this game pretty slow. They're gonna have to get more farm on this Lina, get the BKB online, which can be very important, and just kind of like control their area of the map. I don't think we're gonna see many aggressive like rotations in this game, and I do believe Laurel, his job this game is to be annoying and buy time and split push as much as he can. Get these lanes up.
Make sure that he doesn't get picked off in the process as well.
Might happen though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy. That's why you pick this DK. Spamming out the stuns, finds him on the map. 23savage pushes this this wave out, and Slark hiding back behind where the tier 1 tower was. Now down bottom, they are getting set up with Ollie and Q nearby. You have the NPTP incoming, and wow, Mira, he just explodes. They drop down the roar just to run away. Gonna get some good damage out from these creeps, but the leech sees the runaway. Ollie, does he die to this? No, he just gets away. So roar used, no kill gained, and they lose the Hoodwink.
Yeah, I mean, insult to injury there as Laurel actually TP'd down there thinking there was a fight instead of continuing far. Oh, he had a remnant, so that's good. He's not completely stuck there. But, alright, yeah, I mean, kind of story of this game now. I don't think Spirit can really walk out and make things happen. They're going to lose some heroes naturally just by pushing the lanes out, but they can't group up right now. Lina's not ready. Lina just finished her, her normal ult hit. She is farming really fast, to be fair, but until that BKB's online, she's not going to want to contribute. Maposhka having a completely different game as well. They're just an Enchantress. They're not going to make a big play, so they're just waiting for a timing. I think it's going to have to be on the Lina, and I do believe that Yatoro is unfortunately going to have to play a little differently this game. Like, he's not going to be able to AFK and farm. He's going to have to use his net worth advantage to help the team later on in this game, or they're not going to be able to get out on the map.
Right. You got to believe some of that pressure. There was a movement in towards mid there, which scouted the smoke location over, and that gave a little bit of extra safety there to Laurel, who's falling up on the top left.
I mean, check the triangle. Look what Jabs is doing. He's continuously sending these treants in to try and block these camps, knowing this is like the only safe spot that Yatoro has to farm. So if he can block these camps with the treants, it's going to be super annoying.
And now, heading out from that safe area, Maposhka is going to head over this direction too, trying to play with Collapse, see if they can find somebody here. Now, there is the NP in the area. Jabs underneath the ward. It's hard to get the wraparound onto him though. Mira looking, but he TP's away right before. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Meanwhile, the top lane, like, Slark's, I forgot Savage is in this game. Right? Just like quietly farming away. He's massive, by the way.
Yeah, has had a really, really good time already. The diffuser play done. They jump in down bottom, do some damage. The hoof stomp's going to be there. Wrath of Nature doing what damage they can. Q is going to fall, and now Makoto starting to get hit by the little rainbows. The damage is there. This Enchantress is completely wrecking the DK. They find another kill, and now Collapse trying to get away from Jabs. The movement over, Mira nearby, trying to kill him off with those treants. They get the overgrowth. The axes from downtown. He's still getting out of there. Collapse looks like he'll escape as the bushwhack seals his retreat. So a great fight from Spirit there.
And I was talking about, Yatoro carrying this game, but it's really going to be Maposhka on this Enchantress here, who's solo killing the DK with a more. So, yeah, I mean, he went the build, the very aggressive build, no points in heal, max impetus, max enchant, looking to scale as the Dragon Lance is queued up. We're going to have to keep an eye on Maposhka, probably realizing the situation that their heroes can't really deal with DK right now, trying to play more of like a core style role.
Right, that is the interesting dynamic, right? Because obviously DK love to tank up against all this physical damage. When you start getting those impetus shots out there, it really makes a huge amount of change in terms of the way the fight's going to be played with that pure damage.
Yep, pure damage does not care about high armor.
Oh my god, and almost blows up 23savage right there. 2 hits from an impetus and the Hoodwink ult.
Yeah, what's he doing over there? He's just really pushing his limits. All the way in the enemy triangle. As you can see, Spirit have 4 heroes gathered up in the triangle. Right. So this is like the only space in the map where they feel like they can safely farm. They do have a bit of a timing now. They do have the Helmet Overlord on Collapse. Maybe they can use that to... I don't know if pushing a tier 2 is the best idea because they will respond to it, but they kind of have to. They kind of need to make something happen because Yatoro BKB is completed. This is a timing if I ever saw one. They're getting out farmed, so time to make something happen.
I mean, this is an interesting little dynamic too, because for Talon, they obviously are trying to play right now, farming out the map. They feel like they're in control of this one to some extent. But if you start losing a couple of heroes here and there, suddenly it could start looking very bad and swing the other way. We see what pressure can do to these teams already.
And they're doing it. They grouped up Yatoro, smoking bottom lane. Gonna try and use their timing here. We'll see if Talon set this out.
23savage, do they realize they moved the trees out of the triangle so they didn't see that no heroes are there, moving out, finding them, but immediately gets away. That dark pack too quick.
Yeah, man, they definitely want that kill, but I think they will settle if they can get the tower. Okay. Because they're here with 5 heroes now. We're seeing if Talon want to spawn. Looks like they're going to give it up for a Roshan trade, which I do believe actually favors TSpirit here. I don't think this Roshan is going to do much for them, as I believe TSpirit isn't looking to fight anyway, so they don't mind splitting the map, getting the outpost control, and just kind of ratting during the whole duration of this thing.
Yeah, they are really comfortable with this one, and well, Talon, it's taking them a while to get this Roche, so still more time where TSpirit can farm up the jungle, take over the outpost, try and reassert themselves before this Aegis gets into the hands there of 23savage.
Yeah, and Savage, he's just going to farm until his Aghanims, and I think once he gets Ags, it's going to be very important for Talon to try and use his Aegis, right? And then Spirit's going to be on the opposite end. Like, Talon's going to be the Hunters, and then TSpirit are just going to be ratting the best they can. But they have pretty good heroes to rat, so I think they should be fine with it, but it's really going to come down to just how you read the game and your map positioning.
Helm of the Overlord, like you said, they were thinking about going in for the mid, but with the Aegis in hand and the Slark showing, it looks like they're not as confident going for that play. The Aghanims is done. That is revealed in mid immediately as Spirit is going to stack up those Ancients and then go clear through them after. But where are they going to go on Talon now?
It's like nowhere. They're just gonna farm. Alright, yeah. NP's farming bot, DK's farming top. They realize they don't have to do anything. I always think like the first Aegis is, it's not meaningless. It's just a little bit of gold. It can help you in a team fight, but it's mainly just kind of like buying time and setting up for that second Aegis, which will give you a shard and more of a time.
Okay, they move in, gonna pop the ulti, shadow dancing. That's dead, collapse. So able to bait out some type of reaction there and then just find a quick kill onto the beast. But down bottom, Yaro makes the move over, trying to get what he can. Is he gonna be able to kill up here? He will. Yaro cleans up jabs.
He's gotta get out. They see him there, tiny? No, alright. Oh yeah, that is a trade. I think at this point this is fine for Spirit. Everything's going pretty well for him. Yatoro is farming. He has crept his way all the way to the top network in this game. And we've seen how this story ends when Lina gets too far, right? So, and I am very impressed at the comeback. Oh, Yatoro is going to have to TP out of that. That is a BKB.
So gets back home now. Very long TP. Actually went to the mid-tier 2 tower. Still wants to stay on the map right now. They're going to ping it right away. Now, Makoto has an opening here with this invis. It looks like Collapse is who they're going to go for. And nobody else really quite there yet. Collapse still farming. They should be able to catch up to him now. Walks in range. Spots him there for the moment. The stun comes in. The avalanche, the toss. And with jabs there, they take down that Beastmaster.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about how good Yatoro's game is, but unfortunately for like Collapse and Laurel, they haven't found a recovery from the laning stage, right? And like, maybe when we get this BKB on Ember, he will have him, you know, some impact in this game, but for now, he feels very scared to split push. He's not really being that typical Ember where that's really annoying and hard to catch. He's just trying to take farm where he can. So I'm just wondering, when can they fight the farm? Is it really just going to be that BKB timing? Perhaps, but BKBs are already online for Talon, and there's tons of
He might just end up going down if he's not careful here. Jabs finds him for a moment. Goes for the remnant away. Doesn't try and TP out. I mean, he still has Glide Fear. Can hunt him here.
He used it. He gave up. So it looks like he's safe for now.
Gets out of harm's way.
Yeah, I mean, Jabs is just going a different build. I like how he made the adjustments in this game. I think when you play with the Train Protector, you don't necessarily need the Axe build, because you do already have roots. You might be overlapping a little too hard. Forest Lightner is technically a root item. It's a high DPS one. So he's going for more of like a core build and getting incredibly farmed. And there's like so many cores that you just have to address here on Talon. And it's going to go back to Collapse. Like, Yatoro can get as farmed as he wants, but if Collapse and Laurel aren't stunning heroes, they're going to get damage.
Oh my god.
What he's got to do is got to play a bit with fire here.
They find him. The turn with the bushwhack. They're able to connect now onto the Tiny, and now sticks around a little bit longer. Turns with the BKB. Laguna played out. Makoshka from downtown. Makoto's there too. They're going to LSA it back away. But the overgrowth, it comes out, and now the connection with the stun is there. Jab shows up, and finally, Yaro, he's gone a bit too far. He gets punished. Yeah, they find even more potentially. Mira, underneath those trees, throws out the bushwhack, but the Avatos in the kill. Talon bring down another couple boards.
Much different game number 2 here, as Talon has realized, you know, maybe picking some heroes like Tiny and DK, having some reliable stuns is the way to go here, as they are getting some pickoffs in this game. And Spirit, oh man, like this Lina's getting farmed and more farmed, but like I need to see what we're going at 4 staff on top. Okay, I need some type of initiation here for Flex. I don't know if I've seen a roar this entire game, have we?
No, it has been very, very rough. We have not seen that one at all.
Dyer's tower has fallen.
I feel like, oh my god, does Remnant back over and actually roots him. Oh, can they get in range? Sprout there, eats his way through, tries to chase, but looks like Laurel's gonna get away.
Kind of feels like Laurel's timing when he's going to be online is going to be perfectly around that nice level 20 talent timing of jabs.
Yeah.
It might be a little too late for him, so I'm not sure what Spirit is going to wait for in this game, what timing they're looking to achieve, but I think at some point they have their timing, they need to make something happen soon. And it might just be that the Satanic on Lina is what they're waiting for, as he is quite close to it.
Do you think that Talon have been keeping up the type of pressure on objectives that they need to? Because I am seeing this net worth lead stay, you know, around the 6K marker. So for a while, it's felt like it's obviously getting better and better and better for Talon as it goes on. But does there come a point where Spirit become a little bit scary eventually?
Maybe. It's going to be like one of those situations where I think they're really just waiting for the Aegis, like the second Aegis. And once they get the second Aegis, or something like a DD room on Slark, could propel him in the right area with a bottle. I mean, he picked up his DD now, but I don't know if he's going to do much with it, as he's actually going to run high ground. This could be an opening.
Tries to find somebody. Maposhka, he's hiding behind the trees. He realizes he's there. The enchant takes off the DD. Now jumps in very, very far, jumps out, tries to get away. Has he gone too far? LSA, it connects after the Dark Pact. He's suddenly in a ton of trouble, and 23savage gives his life away. Oh, that is a scary sight.
Yeah, that's exactly what TSpirit needed there, and he thought he could live. He has Aghanims, right? I can get in, I can get out, but the perfectly timed Lina stun there just seals his death there, and that is huge. Now they're going to get the tier 1 in the mid lane, they're going to go into the enemy triangle, and more importantly, they're going to try and find another kill here, and if they can get one more kill, that could start the snowball effect.
And so we were talking about, like, you know, do Talon need to try and push the tempo? When they do eventually do that, they get punished incredibly hard. Now you sort of have some questions coming up. 40 seconds until Roach is capable of respawning. Talon also finished off a Satanic on this Lina.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting Talon to press the tempo as a team, you know? Savage just kind of just went into 5 heroes by himself there thinking, hey guys, I'm so strong, I have a DD room. Tries to make something happen with it, but gets punched severely.
Scary stuff. As the tier 1 tower goes down, and you can see for TSpirit it is all about this Roche now. I mean, Jabs is pushing down his bottom lane, getting what is basically a free tier 2 tower, but that is still giving a lot of space right now for TSpirit to get set up around where Roche is going to respawn. It looks like they might finally give up this tower. It's a long Roche one, about 90 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I think can't be understated. That kill was more than just a kill. They got the Roach advantage, they got the D wards, they got their own wards up there, so now they're in a very comfortable spot. Dire sitting at like a 60% win rate this tournament, mainly because of this one ward that Apokosha is by right now that gives so much vision around the Roach.
We'll take away that hawk for a moment, and that is one thing that you can do with this Slark that's going to help a lot, is the ability to constantly scout out, all right, are we under vision, are we safe here, what's going on, but it can also, you know, maybe make you feel safe when you're not. You walk into a vision suddenly and you get blown up.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try and make their way back here, and I think it's really up to Spirit here to keep this vision. Like, they were in place defending this ward earlier, and that's what set up that kill on Savage, right? So they need to continuously stay here and don't let them break this high ground.
Well, there is one sentry over on this side of the map. Can they get any wards down as well? Talon's ward that was up on the top side also is going to expire pretty soon, but it looks like they're trying to find somebody. Jabs, thinking Mira's going to be in the area, but Mira TP's backing away. Still protecting this ward.
Yeah, both teams, I think what Talon's trying to do now, they're trying to like break the high ground here. But Spirit, both smoking up. They might hit each other.
See what they can do. They are right into the pit. Roche is up now. If they realize this, are Talon going to come back and defend? They're just taking it. They're going to take it way too quickly. Yadaro starting to beat it down. 23savage off to the side. They think that they're over here, but do they realize that the Aegis is just going down? They're going to miss the opportunity entirely. Talon go forward. They take out that ward, but Aegis already in hand. Now, could chase up the high ground if they want, or TSpirit, they can just make the safe play, heading back and away.
Yeah, I think they're going to just cut the mid wave now, maybe the top wave, and they don't really have to go back. So it's going to be up to Talon here to try and force them back by taking this tower. Jabs will do a lot of damage to the building, but I think Spirit, you just go down mid. And somebody, it's like a game of chicken right now. Someone's going to have to come back. Whoever has the more building damage is going to be the team that's going to keep going, and the other team's just going to have to come back and defend.
Jabs does have an AC coming out to him right now on the courier, but I mean, this is Lina that you're pushing into. This tier 2 tower going to drop. They're going to send back Laurel to try and defend this. And it looks like TSpirit, they've got the upper hand now. Man, what a freaking, the smoke movements just missing each other barely.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, they realized after the last fight that they can't just run up there. And I think Talon just didn't expect them to just head into the Roche pit and just take it. But with a beast on your team and the Lina, with the Satanic, it was zero commitment. They didn't have to lose any HP. There was no chance of getting bashed. That they could just safely do it. And if Talon did show up, they're already there, ready to fight. So just Talon just didn't expect it. Or Spirit, they're coming back into this game.
Yeah. Suddenly, 2,000 gold lead for TSpirit. Former TI champions trying to take down the last team from Southeast Asia in this tournament, knock them out. We'll see if they have what it takes now. Still, Talon in a good position. They've got strong heroes. They just threw away a life one time on Slark. See if he can stay on target in this one, though.
Man, that'd be so sad if just one death is all it takes to swing this entire game. Dota is a very snowball game. I think it's the vision that they were able to acquire is really what's clawing them back into this game. But they're still down. Savage is still incredibly farmed. He does have a gym now. They realize how precious this vision is. So he's going to deward everything that does proc his ultimate. So there's going to be more openings for Talon as they slowly move across the map. That's going to be their way back into this game. And for Spirit, they kind of have to group up really close to each other if they want to do anything on the map right now.
They are starting to do just that and head down to the bottom side of the map. TSpirit ready to start beating away at this tier 3 tower, and there needs to be a response to this eventually. Jabs can go for some outpush for the moment. Makoto has been very quiet since those early kills. TSpirit just hasn't given him opportunities to find those pickoffs. They've been really good about spreading the map and making sure nobody's getting taken out of position.
How many force staffs do we have? We have 2. Okay, because the reason I mentioned that, the Leash Talent's online for Jabs, which is really big. Ember hit his BTB timing, right? I don't think they're really going to use that at any point. But in the team fights, if you get sprouted, BTB is not going to help you there. So having these force staffs is going to be very, very important. Luckily, he's holding on to his Quelling Blade as well. You do have the Lina stun, and I think just at some point, Maposhka will finish this Dragonlance into a force staff. So they really need to play around these force staffs with this talent going on.
Cross smoke movement is going to come out right now, and they're going to run right into him. And 23savage, can he get out of there? The stun's still in the way. They're blocking his path. He can't get out. 23savage in a roll, but he can't get the leap away. The last second. That was the verge of death again.
He is playing with fire right now. Twice now running into 5 heroes there. Get the toss back.
Can they get him down? Low, dead. That's Aegis. Q tries to get away. Overseal phone, buying a little bit of extra space there. Jabs under control. Yaro just turns, starts to fight, wants to bring him down. He can't on top. His own stuff is lower. Wants to get it. Barely. He finally is brought down. But TSpirit have almost already won the fight. Makoto now turns his sights onto the side. The buybacks are huge as Collapse, the only one able to escape.
that was a crazy fight. That actually favored Spirit, I think, in the end there. We did get 2 buybacks from Talon there, but let's see what they can do with these heroes being dead. That is a full minute now where they will not have the Lina available, and Jabs will probably de-push all these lanes. It's really going to come down to what can they do once all these lanes are shoved out. When Yatoro respawns, will they have a good map positioning where they can just like get another kill?
Right. I mean, that was a pretty wild one in terms of like evenness of trade, but as you're saying, it's the buybacks that really make the difference. And now, Talon, they want to try and take advantage of this timing. They have Dragon Form back up in 5 seconds. We'll see if they can get a tower out of this. It seems rough. If they stick around too, we might get...
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just going to respect the fact that even if they get that tower, they don't want to lose the life point, right? Because I think getting these lanes out is going to be super important. I think there is a timing right now for TSpirit, if you see the Slark bottom, to make a play on the map if Talon overstay their welcome in the top lane.
You can see respecting that Talon of backing away together. A couple other things that are coming out soon, though. We've got this Dragon Knight with the Aghanim Scepter going in for the Banta build. The Moo or Gunner build, depending on who it is that you want to call. But they also got the AC completed now onto this Beastmaster, so they've got that one matched evenly. When it comes to these fights, is it all about the positioning? How much the tossbacks matter? What are you going to be looking for to determine who this comes out on top?
I mean, the tossbacks are great, right? So if they can ever toss Lina back, that in theory should be a free team fight win. So if they can make that happen, great. If not, it's just going to always be the initiation. I think the Slark can't really go into first, as we see. If he uses all his leaps and all his spells, he can't really right-click anymore. So I think Mikoto and Q do need to get in there, start the fights with their stuns. And I want Ollie to be very, very patient on this Treant Protector, because he needs to pop this root after the BKB of Lina. Maybe force the Satanic early. We saw like later on he used the Satanic, but it was conveniently timed with him being low HP and rooted. So it dispelled the root and got him back in the fight. So if we can use it sooner to like force the Satanic earlier, that could be a really good job, right?
Okay. Yeah, trying to make the plays around this Lina and punish the only 2 spells that she has right now. And no other heroes really on her team that offer much outside of 4 stats on the Beast and the Hoodwink.
Yeah, I mean, ideally the BKB and Satanic go down before you root, but that's very, very patient on the Treant if you can get to that stage, which I don't know if he can.
Well, 35 minutes in and only 6,000 gold into the lead right now for Talon. Buyback statuses are going to be the other thing that you need to watch for. A couple of them are on cooldown for the Tiny as well as for that Ancient Prophet, and it kind of feels like we're again going to be waiting for that Roche fight and see who has the better vision around that area when that time comes.
Yeah, I mean, whoever gets the Roshan is going to be in clear control of this game. So both teams know that. They're going to play around it. They're going to get their vision down. Currently, Spirit are not playing around their vision, but I think they'll make their way back there. Is Roshan 35 seconds until it may respawn, so we'll get our timers in. So quite a while until... Yeah.
Jabs keeps the pressure on down bottom. Tier 2 towers, there's only the one mid still for Dire, and then the one up top for Talon. And Nature's Prophet is going to become really annoying in these instances, because he can keep this lane shoved out and always have one of Spirit that needs to come back to address it, and then maybe that's the moment we can find a kickoff, particularly as you're talking about with that Sprout Leashes Talon on Jabs.
Yeah, and I think that's where Laurel's job is going to be to get him with these waves as he is Ember. And I wouldn't be too opposed to him buying his own force staff. Okay. That way he can split push without getting that leash on him. Because he doesn't really have protection right now. He's going to want to replace that bullet blade. He might keep that until his like last item slot to replace. But at some point, he is going to need to be able to deal with this leash on his own, because he is doing basically the job of defending versus the NT split push.
Manta Illusions, this is why this build is so annoying. You can become your own little version of scouting with that Dragon Knight ability. And spams them out again in towards mid. We'll send them out and see what TSpirit are doing. It's about 20 seconds until Roche. So right now, TSpirit hold that high ground ward spot. There are a couple other wards players on the map in this area for Talon that are keeping vision of the pit. The bottom lane is very shoved out into the dire space.
Yeah, I want to put a little spotlight on Makoto here on the Dragon Knight. Like, I wanted him to scale into the game, have a good game, and he's doing it, right? Most of the time we see this Dragon Knight, he ends up like hitting a Link dagger, hardly gets his BKB, kind of falls off, but he's staying top 3 net worth right now, and this is a hero we don't often get to see with a lot of farm, so it's a little undervalued at how good this hero is with farm. So Makoto scaling into this game and having a good Dragon Knight game is very much still going to be a problem that Spirit will have to address if they don't get a free Roshan.
Right, and they might just right now as they get ready to send themselves forward. Makoto drops down the fireball, does not have Dragon Form popped yet, but it is ready to go, so can just walk into the pit at a moment strikes. Roach down to half HP, they keep their vision, throws out the freeze fire, got him right on top of him. 23savage walks forward, the Aegis is downstairs. Does he have Satanic still left? Yara low, man, the damage is coming out, it's huge. Jazz on the outside, swing, beam, killing Jazz with the triple. A great fight from Talon.
Absolutely amazing. And this is the benefit of having a farm DK. He just flew into the pit from the outside of the pit. That was absolutely insane. Gave the vision for Savage to be confident to jump in there. At that point, it was they just committed to who can click this Aegis faster, and 23savage, he got it with the fast fingers.
What a huge play right there. That comes out, and now going up to high ground, they have 10k gold lead, simultaneously taking down 2 sets of racks. Now they have buybacks on this Lina, but you're going to kill your item progression. They did get the cheese and the refresher onto the Ember, so he has those in his inventory.
Even if he buys back, there's no BKB.
Ready.
He can't even do anything if he buys back.
They're going to need to pass over the refresher chart if they want to do something with that to give him that BKB again, but Mira chased, run at Talon, they're just streaming forward, hero after hero, falling, and they're not buying back at this point. This is going to be so much structural damage done, and well, the toss back comes out too. They find collapse, able to catch him. Talon not wanting to get knocked out here, trying to push this to a game at number 3, and I think they might just be able to do it. Now they do buy back on that Lina. She has everything ready to go again, trying to keep alive this top racks here. They've already given up the other ones. Now turning their sights down at bottom. Talon very close to getting full megas, but will they stick around for it? It looks like they will. They still have that Aegis. They've only lost the timing.
I mean, how did they kill this DK? I don't think they have the damage. Ironically, without Enchantress, look how much armor this man has.
He's a monster. Very truly a monster. Makoto, you wanted him to be big, and doesn't get that much bigger than Axe DK. As they now head on in, tier 4 towers, TSpirit just trying to hold out, but their buildings are being sieged, and Makoto, did they finally give them a little bit of respect? With Enchantress coming back up, maybe that is what they're worried about.
Unironically, this Enchantress needs to be alive in these fights to kill this DK. With the living armor, with just the absurd amount of armor this DK has right now, and not only that, just farm 5,000 gold going in for an Aether Lens, actually an off-green core. I do like that build as well. Your stun range is absolutely absurd. With that level 20 talent as well, he has extra range on this attack as well. And he didn't go for the breathe fire down.
No.
So he just wants to attack from far.
You know, it's so interesting that Dota is that type of game where the 5,000 bottom net worth Enchantress is still that much of a danger to this giant DK. Supports, you know, it's still relevant. Still relevant at this time. It's 24,000 gold lead, and Talon in a completely dominant position here.
Yeah, normally I would be a little afraid for Talon, even in a position like this, because you can't really hit the throne, right? They might delay the game, and this is where you get skewered into the fountain, but luckily Spirit have no repositioning heroes, so they're not going to get drugged into the fountain as we see time and time again, so this game should be pretty hard for them to lose.
They will get illusion runes there. Makoto's still hanging on to his manta. You can see the amount of gold they've been able to get here.
Soaking into the mid-wave, I think this is going to be really big. If they use the creep for vision and get the jump, this could close the game.
Just sending in those DK illusions. Yamato there, stunned. Lincoln's broken. In pretty far. LSA off the mark. 23 trying to control. Oh, look at that overgrowth. So they run in, find it into immediately. The damage. They are falling apart. Yamato get back to the fountain collapse. He's going to be left. His own device.